Have you ever felt like your life is paused? Not completely broken, not completely okay, just stuck. You try, you pray, you wait, but nothing changes. And slowly, a question starts forming in your mind. God, where are you? But what if I told you this season you're in right now is not where your story ends? It's where your blessing begins. Because before God does something big in your life, He prepares you for it. And there are signs, not obvious ones, but deep, quiet signals that something is about to change. The first sign is when life feels paused. There's a kind of waiting that feels heavy. You wake up, go through your routine, but inside it feels like nothing is moving forward. And it's frustrating because you expected more by now, more progress, more clarity, more answers. Now think about Sarah. Years passed, and the promise God gave her seemed impossible. She wasn't just waiting, she was aging, watching time slip away. And yet, when God fulfilled His promise, it wasn't late, it was exact. So maybe your life isn't stuck. Maybe it's being positioned. The second one is when you don't feel comfortable anymore. There's a moment in life where everything still looks the same, but it doesn't feel the same. The job is the same, the people are the same, but inside, something shifted. You feel restless, like you don't belong there anymore. That feeling is confusing, because nothing is wrong, but nothing feels right either. That's where Abraham stood. God told him to leave everything familiar and walk into something unknown. No clear plan, just trust. And maybe you've felt that too. That decision you made to leave what was safe, to start over, to step into uncertainty. What if that wasn't a mistake? What if that was God moving you? The third sign is when people leave your life. Not every ending comes with an explanation. Sometimes people don't fight, they just disappear. Conversations get shorter, connections fade, and you're left asking, what did I do wrong? Joseph probably asked the same thing. His own brothers turned on him. Not strangers, family. They didn't just leave, they pushed him out. But here's what we forget. If Joseph stayed where he would have never reached where God was taking him. Now think about your life, the friendships that ended, the people who walked away. It hurt. But what if they were not meant for your next chapter? The fourth sign is when life starts testing you. There are seasons where it feels like everything is working against you. You fix one problem, another one shows up. You try to stay strong, but it's exhausting. Job lived that reality, not just loss, but overwhelming loss. Everything he built, gone. And still, he held on to faith. Now let's be honest, it's easy to talk about faith when life is good. But when things fall apart, that's where it's tested. So if life feels heavy right now, maybe it's not because you're failing. Maybe it's because you're being strengthened. Fifth sign, when you start changing inside. There's a quiet shift that happens. You don't announce it, but you feel it. Things that once mattered start to feel empty. You begin to think deeper. You want more than just survival. You want meaning, purpose. That's exactly what happened to Paul. One moment changed him, not his environment, his mindset, and that changed everything. Now look at yourself. The way you think now is not the same as before. That's not random, that's growth. Sixth sign, when you feel drawn to God. Sometimes it's not loud. You just feel it. a pull, a desire to pray, to be still, to disconnect from noise. David had that, before the throne, before the recognition. He had silence, fields, lonely nights, and that's where his relationship with God was built. Now think about your quiet moments, when it's just you, no distractions, no pressure, just stillness. That's not loneliness, that's connection. Seventh sign, when you have peace without answers. This one is different because it doesn't make sense. Your situation is unclear, your future is uncertain, but somehow you're calm. Not because everything is okay, but because something inside you says, it will be. That's the peace the Bible talks about. A peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. A peace that stays, even when nothing makes sense. If you feel that right now, that's not coincidence. That's God reminding you He's in control. Sometimes the blessing isn't hidden from you. It's being prepared for you. God is working in ways you cannot see. So if your life feels confusing, if things feel delayed, if people are leaving, if you're being stretched, don't panic. Don't quit, because what feels like a breaking point might actually be a turning point. If this message spoke to you, comment, "I trust God's timing."